Floor 14, 6:30 p.m. End of the workday. The city is still bright, but in this old office building, sunset always comes earlier than it should. Fluorescent lights soak the hallway in a sickly yellow glow, like a hospital waiting room that has forgotten its patients. I save the file, shut down the computer, stand still for a few seconds, waiting for the ache in my spine to loosen. 3 years in an insurance company. The work is not heavy, just steady, like water drilling through stone. No one hates it, but no one truly lives inside it. I shoulder my backpack, lock my drawer. Outside, a few coworkers pass by, nodding to each other with borrowed energy. I walk toward the elevator. A white sheet of paper is taped to the door. Out of order. No repair date. No apology. I stare at it for 2 seconds, then turn toward the stairwell. 14 floors. That's all. I've said that sentence so many times I no longer remember the first time it was true. The stairwell door opens with a dry, metallic cry. Inside, the space is narrow, deep, colder than the hallway. The air smells of wet metal, old concrete, and something like decaying paper. The staircase coils downward in rigid squares, every landing identical, like a copied file with corrupted memory. I start walking, footsteps on concrete. Tap, tap. The sound falls downward and never comes back. At first, I think about dinner, unanswered messages, tomorrow's meeting, small thoughts, harmless thoughts. Humans cling to them to avoid thinking about larger ones. After a while, my breathing grows heavier. I glance at the floor sign. I stop, not in shock, just irritated. I must be mistaken. Maybe I only walked down 1 floor. Maybe I'm tired. I keep going. This time, I count. 1, 2, 3, 18 steps. I look up. 14. The same rusted screws, the same hook-shaped crack in the corner, the same patch of peeling paint, round like a blind eye. I stand there longer. My body doesn't react like it should. No chill, no sweat, just something wrong. Like reading a sentence that is grammatically perfect and completely empty. At the next landing, I stop by the railing. Worn metal, polished smooth by thousands of hands. A small thought crosses my mind. If I mark it, I'll know I'm not imagining this. I take out my key. Scratch. A thin silver wound opens in the gray metal. Just 1 line, nothing more. No photo, no note, no feeling of discovery, only the sense of completing a meaningless form. I continue downward. After that, time begins to lose its usual shape. I don't know how long I walk. The stairs do not change. The lights flicker in the same rhythm. The number always returns to 14. And the railing, it changes. My scratch remains, but around it, new marks appear. At first, thin, like fingernails, then deeper, denser. A chaotic web of scars, like veins on the skin of a dying metal creature. Some are old, darkened with rust. I do not wonder who made them. That question no longer has weight. It feels like asking a stone how long it has existed. I realize something else. I am not hungry, not thirsty, not sleepy. My body is tired, but not the kind of tired that asks for rest, the kind that simply continues because it has not been instructed to stop. At another landing, there is a window, thick with dust. I wipe a corner clean with my sleeve. Outside, a city, or something that resembles one. Buildings stand like enormous gravestones. Roads stretch on. No cars, no lights, no blue sky, no clouds. Only ash gray everywhere. Not ruined, not burned, just empty. like a place never meant for life, or abandoned after its creator lost interest. In a building across the street, I see a person, standing motionless behind a dark window. I raise my hand. He raises his, slower, not hesitation, out of sync, like two pendulums swinging in different frames of reference. He wears the same shirt as me. I do not need to be closer to know that. A cold understanding forms. That is not a copy. That is another state of the same object, like water and ice, like light and shadow. I continue walking, without purpose, without plan. Each time I pass the window, he changes, slowly, unnoticeable in one glance, obvious across many. He grows older, hair thinning, shoulders sinking, skin fading into the color of the dead city. I understand, not logically, but neurologically. He is not aging. He is approaching a different position within the same structure, like a planet orbiting a star that does not emit light. I think about my life, not emotionally, like reading a report. Born, educated, employed, repeated. No turning point, no catastrophe, no miracle. Only a sequence of small, reasonable decisions leading precisely here. A conscious mass placed inside a system far larger than its ability to perceive. And the system does not require understanding, only correct existence. The railing has lost its paint, bare metal, deformed, covered in scars. My first mark no longer stands out. It is noise now, old data in an infinite archive. I touch it once. I feel nothing. I walk. Tap, tap, tap. Not faster, not slower. No forward, only maintaining relative position inside a geometry not designed for humans. I understand. There is no escape, no explanation. No entity will appear to name this as punishment, experiment, or error. The universe does not require reasons, only consistency with itself. One day, if the word day still applies, I will stop walking. I will stand behind the window, in the gray building, watching another me descend, half a beat slower, and the cycle will continue. Not because it was made for humans, but because humans can accidentally exist within it, like bacteria in deep water, like dust between stars. And the staircase will remain, on the 14th floor, a place that is not the center of anything and has no exit. The Great Signal. The morning begins the way it always does. Soft sunlight slips through the blinds, laying thin lines across the wooden floor. The suburb is quiet and orderly, like a model home display. Beige houses in neat rows, trimmed lawns, low white fences, and mailboxes standing at attention in front of every driveway. I am an electrical engineer. At least, that's what my business card says. I step outside in my slippers and pick up the newspaper. The paper is cold, faintly damp with morning dew, smelling of ink and metal. The street is empty except for a garbage truck at the far end of the block and a few birds resting on the power lines. Inside, the coffee machine is running. Its low, steady hum fills the kitchen, the kind of sound you only notice when it stops. I turn on the TV. A local news anchor is talking about the weather. His voice is smooth, friendly, carefully trained to never demand attention. And temperatures today are expected to remain. The image freezes. Not stutters, not glitches. It simply stops. For exactly 2 seconds. His eyes open, his mouth half-shaped around a word that never finishes. Then the broadcast continues. No apology, no explanation. I frown, but I don't change the channel. At the same time, the coffee machine lets out a sharp, high-pitched whine. Not loud, just thin, like a needle sliding directly into the inside of my ear. I flinch, rub my temple. The pain disappears almost immediately. Probably a power fluctuation or lack of sleep. I pour the coffee, take a sip. It tastes normal. On the way to the highway, traffic is light. Not empty, not crowded. Just enough that no one needs to look at anyone else. I stay in the right lane and set the cruise control to 65 miles per hour. The sky is clear, completely blue. A billboard for a personal injury lawyer passes by. Then a gas station, its prices a few cents higher than yesterday. The radio plays an old country song, slow, about a small town, about a house where no one is waiting anymore. I'm not really listening. Music is just there to fill the space. Then, beep. A short, dry sound. Then another. Beep. The radio screen lights up. Amber alert. No description, no license plate, no location. Only the beeping, stretching longer, warping, dissolving into thick white noise. I glance at the car beside me. A woman is driving a gray sedan. She has tilted her head, pressing her ear directly against the speaker. Not listening, leaning, as if the sound is holding her upright. Her face is blank. Her eyes are open but unfocused. I switch stations, FM, AM, news, sports, all static. I turn the radio off. The silence inside the car feels heavier than noise. At work, nobody is making phone calls anymore. They stand in small groups in the hallway, each holding a phone to their ear. No one speaks, they just listen. Like people pressing their heads to a wall, trying to hear something moving inside it. I call my wife. The connection is instant. "Hey, it's me." No answer, only a deep, wide sound. Shh. Like ocean waves recorded through broken equipment. I hang up. My hands shake slightly. Through the office window, I look down at the plaza. People are standing still, not frozen, but directionless. All of them facing the same point, a communications tower on top of the building across the street. Some of them have knelt down, not in panic, but in compliance. I drive home, stopping at a convenience store near the exit. The owner is covering the windows with silver duct tape, layer after layer. His hands tremble violently. "They sold it," he tells me. "They sold our heads." He talks about the great signal, about how the human brain is just an unused frequency band, about a contract the government signed with something that doesn't exist in any language. When he steps closer, I notice his skin. Tiny gray spots, perfect little squares, pixels. They flicker faintly, like a corrupted image struggling to load. I step back. He doesn't notice. He's talking to the air. By the time I get home, the sky looks wrong. Not gray, not dark. Too blue, flat, like a stretched screen. My wife is standing in the living room. I grab her. My hand touches her shoulder. There is no feeling of skin, only a soft vibration. Steady, like touching a power line wrapped in the shape of a person. The dog barks. The sound comes out as static. The sky tears open. Not like lightning, like fabric pulled apart. Behind the blue is black and drifting gray particles. A sound crushes down on the world. Not from above, not from anywhere specific, from everywhere at once. Update required. Everything goes dark. I open my eyes. Morning. Sunlight. Wooden floor. My wife smiles at me. "Coffee's ready, honey." Everything is perfect. Too perfect. I look in the mirror. My pupils are small black squares. I try to scream, but a message appears in my mind. Language.exe has been removed for better performance. I smile. I walk outside, pick up the newspaper. My neighbors are smiling too, the same smile. There is no sound, only the system running.